Welcome, dear one. Tonight you enter a realm beyond fear, a stillness so complete it has outlived terror. This is the quiet kingdom of HEL, daughter of transformation, keeper of all that has reached its end. HEL is not a goddess of punishment. She does not need cruelty. Time does the inevitable work for her. She watches over what has reached its end. Old roles, old attachments, old versions of yourself carried long past their season. She holds the remnants of old hurts, grudges, resentments, disappointments, unfinished words, and denied closure. All of these too are finished, even if you have not yet let it go. Settle your body now. Let your muscles unclench, your shoulders drop. Let your breath lengthen. As you exhale, something shifts beneath you. The ground feels softer, almost receptive. A cool heaviness gathers in your bones, not fatigue, but gravity. A gentle pull downward, inviting you into deeper truth. With your next breath, your body begins to sink, not falling, not being swallowed, but lowering with the natural ease of a stone settling into water. The soil parts effortlessly. It is warm, rich, earthen, the kind of darkness that seals things shut, the kind that holds what is done and does not ask it to return. You feel the layers of earth brushing past your arms, your hips, your legs, grounding, steady, unquestioning. There is no fear here, only the sensation of being carried deeper into ancient quiet. With each inch you descend, your mind grows quieter. Your heart slows its pace. The noise of the world stays above you, like distant waves on a shore you have finally stepped away from. Deeper, deeper still, until the earth opens into a vast underground chamber, lit not by flame, but by a pale, steady glow that seems to rise from the ground itself. This is not a tomb. It is a place where endings are completed, a sanctuary where what you have outgrown can finally rest. And standing in the center of that expanse is HEL, half shadow, half subdued light, her presence steady as bedrock. She looks at you with recognition, as if she has been waiting for you. In her presence, nothing false survives, nothing forced remains, nothing clings. Only truth, only completion, only what is still alive for you. Her voice rises from the stillness, low, grounded, a sound like the earth speaking from deep below. Come, she says. Let us see what you are holding that is ready to be released. You feel no fear, only relief, to be seen without explanation, to be met without expectation, to finally stand in a place where you do not have to fight to revive what has gone cold, or carry what has long since finished its breath. Here, with HEL, you are allowed to set things down. HEL lifts her hand, and a pale glow gathers in her palm, clear and unwavering, like truth brought gently into view. The light spreads outward, and shapes begin to form in the space between you. At first they hover, separate, incomplete, almost familiar. Fragments, pieces, remnants of what once had life. A head, a rib cage, a spine, limbs drawn together from memory and habit. They linger in the air for a single breath, just long enough for recognition to stir, close enough to feel their weight. The stillness breaks. The fragments draw inward, answering an old, unquestioned law, the law that gathers what no longer lives. In the air between you, the pieces align, not scattered, not resisting. They find one another. They settle into place. What resembles is not something new, but what it has already become: a corpse. There is a single suspended instant long enough for recognition, too short for refusal. Then it buckles forward. The weight drops suddenly, its form collapsing inward, not with chaos, but with shocking certainty. The impact knocks the breath from your chest. Your body jerks. Your knee slams into the earth. Arms snap closed around it on instinct, catching the weight before your mind can intervene. You sink without thinking, one knee drawn to the earth, arms closing around what has fallen as your body yields to the weight. And there you are, kneeling, with the full weight of it held against you. The corpse drapes heavily against you, its slack form drawn against your thigh, held only by your arms, cradled in a shape your body learned long ago, formed with care, responsibility, and devotion. The same instinct, the same holding, and nothing responds. What rests against you is cold and lifeless, asking nothing of you, offering nothing back. Your body remembers this way of holding. It is how you once gathered close what gave your life meaning. A role you lived into, a hope you protected, a future you believed in, a person you poured yourself into, a version of you stayed loyal to, a commitment you lived inside. Only now what rests in your arms is cold, lifeless, no longer answering effort with meaning, no longer meeting your energy, no longer giving anything back. And in that quiet recognition, something inside you understands. You have been holding what once had purpose, long after its purpose and life had ended. Its head settles against your shoulder, slack and still, the weight of a presence you kept turning toward long after it stopped turning back. A version of someone who once mattered deeply, now unable to meet you where you stand, with nothing left to give in return. You feel the quiet grief of recognizing how long you remained in the relationship without mutual return. A ribcage presses against your forearms, too small, too narrow, cracked where you outgrew it long ago. It carries the shape of who you used to be, constricting and fragile, unable to protect the life you have since become. You can feel how it now cages breath instead of supporting it. A heart hangs loose inside, gray, collapsed, unresponsive. These are the hopes you kept breathing into, waiting for a pulse that never returned. Dreams you pressed warmth into again and again, even as they grew heavier and colder in your hands. A spine drapes across your thigh, responsibilities stacked where they never belonged. It is bowed and warped from carrying what was never shared, never relieved, never acknowledged. You recognize how long you stood upright for others, while slowly hollowing yourself out. The hands are knotted and tense, fingers curled into shapes they learned through resentment and restraint, grips formed from holding back words, swallowing reactions, keeping peace at your own expense. These are the hands that clung when letting go felt too dangerous, when release seemed like loss instead of grief. Hands that never learned how to open, not because they were unwilling, but because they were never sure it was safe. A tongue dry and useless rests in its mouth. The apologies you waited for that never came. The conversations that ended without truth. The words you needed to hear but never did. This is where you kept hoping for closure, listening for an ending that was never going to be spoken, waiting for language that could make sense of what had already gone silent. You feel the exhaustion of holding space for a resolution that could not arrive through words. The legs trail heavily, connections you watered alone, paths you walked without companionship. They drag rather than step, tethering you to people, places, and things that slowed you instead of moving beside you. You feel the effort it took to keep going while hauling something that refused to move on its own. And the whole body, barely held together, stitched from pieces that finished their life long ago. Fragments of love, loyalty, duty, and hope, all kept past their season. A form that once had meaning, now held together only by your refusal to put it down. And in this moment, with the body's full weight resting against you, the truth becomes unmistakable. This is not something you are failing to save. It is something you have already outlived. And the realization comes all at once. This is what you have been carrying. The body is cold, cold with the stillness of the long dead, slack in your arms, heavy in the way of things that no longer support themselves, lifeless, unresponsive to care, effort, or devotion. Your body understands before your mind does. A soft tightening in your chest, a quiet recoil. This has been too much, and it has been too much for a long time. HEL watches unblinking, steady. You have been carrying a corpse long past its life, she says. Her voice does not accuse, it clarifies. You held it out of hope, out of loyalty, out of love for what once was. The truth settles, not as a wound, but as gravity finally acknowledged. A deep ache spreads through your shoulders, down your forearms, and into your hands. You know what you are holding now. You have seen it for what it is. And still, a flicker of fear moves through you, not because you don't understand, but because you are accustomed to holding. Because your body has learned that release feels like danger, even when it is relief. Your hands hesitate. There is a strange moment, a tightening in your chest, a question that rises without words. If I let this go, what will my arms do next? The fear flickers, then fades beneath what you already know. You breathe. With that breath, you choose, not with hate or defiance, but with acceptance of what is. Finger by finger, you soften your grip. Knuckles ease, palms open. Deliberately, you lower what you have been holding. The corpse descends slowly, steadily, guided by your release, slipping past your knee, brushing the earth beneath you. You let it go. It settles back to the earth with the quiet finality of something returning to where it belongs. You take a step back, The earth opens without resistance. The form yields, breaking back into darkness and soil, returning to rest as though it had never required force, only your release. The ground closes. There is nothing left to hold, only your empty hands and the strange, steady realization that they are allowed to rest. HEL's gaze holds yours, calm, unblinking, impossibly steady. She is here to show you the truth so that you may choose your freedom. When someone turns away, she says, do not follow. When someone shows you who they have become, do not grip who they once were. When something stops growing, do not interfere with its ending. The chamber stills even further. When a hope has no breath left, do not spend yours trying to revive it. She steps closer, her presence neither warm nor cold, simply real. Let what ends end. Let what falls away fall. Let what no longer reaches for you drift. She glances toward the place where the earth received the corpse. Do not hold what has died, she murmurs. Let it return to the dark that keeps it. For the first time, you feel the difference. Abandonment is fear. Releasing is truth. HEL's voice is steady. What has died has returned to the earth. What remains is yours to live. You are allowed to stop holding what holds nothing for you. What is truly yours will never require you to carry it alone. And something inside you, something tired and tender, finally, blessedly, lets go. A slow shift begins, not in the chamber, but in you. The space inside you grows still, no longer crowded, no longer claimed. HEL's presence does not soften, but the edges of her realm do, as though the underworld itself recognizes your work here is complete. She gives a single nod. You have set down what was finished. You have allowed what was dead to return to the earth. The pale glow brightens just enough to guide you. The soil beneath you loosens. The earth that received you now lifts you gently upward. You rise through layers of dark, through gravity, through silence. The dead you carried down does not rise with you. Your hands feel unburdened. Your chest feels spacious. Your breath moves freely until the heaviness of the soil gives way to the familiar support of the surface beneath you. Your body settles. Your breath deepens. Your awareness returns. But something in you is different now, quietly, permanently. You no longer feel the dead weight you once mistook for obligation, love, or hope. You feel yourself, only yourself, and the space that opens when what has died is allowed to return to where it belongs. HEL's words echo softly in your mind, a truth that follows you back to waking. What has died has returned to the earth. What remains is yours to live. Let these words settle. Take a slow breath in and a long, easy breath out. Wiggle your fingers. Roll your shoulders gently. When you feel ready, open your eyes. You have returned lighter, clearer, and free from what once clung to you in the dark. HEL remains below, steady as stone, keeping what has finished where it belongs. Thank you for letting go of what is finished with HEL. If you feel called, please subscribe and leave a comment about what you let go of tonight. Your words may help someone else release what has grown cold in their life. Until next time, my friend, may you carry only what is alive. May you rise free of all that is finished, and may the dead remain